Right, so we're going to try the UK deficit challenge again. So if we go to new game, we click on UK, which is one of the hardest difficulties in the game at 5 stars. And we won't make any adjustments, we'll hit play. So this time we are probably better to hit people with the tax early on to sort out the deficit, and then maybe we'll have chance to become a little bit more than 14% popular by the end. So if we go with the new left versus the new right again, it'd be handy if these were... there we go. And the Radical Reform Party. Now let's go with the United Left again. They won, and then we're not changing any other variables. So the United Left there is the third party. We'll leave everything the same as it was last time for a fair comparison, and let's play. So GDP's not great, unemployment, crime, poverty's not too bad, health's great. Okay, let's begin our term in office. Right, so this time, income tax. Raise this from 41% to 50% straight away. That will get us about 10 billion extra as things stand, and should help take a big chunk out of the deficit early on. So if we do that and look at our other income, don't want to make ourselves uncompetitive, that's the problem. This does fund an uncompetitive economy. So we don't want it to compress GDP and wages as well though. So government borrowing is ridiculous, as we know. And tobacco tax we can't shift at the moment, we've not got enough capital. Alcohol tax, we could tax alcohol more, reduce the consumption. Increase poverty though. Is there any other taxes we could tinker with here? Property tax, that's going to hit people quite hard. Petrol tax is already very high. Sales tax we can't touch at the moment. Diverted profits tax though, let's ramp that up to the max. Let's increase the income because we want profit from UK companies being booked here in the UK. So if I apply that, got a couple left that we could change. So we've got contributions, car usage and tobacco. Right, what can we do? We can increase tourism, awareness, business startup campaign. Oh, healthy eating campaign, reduce obesity, sorry. Which is one of our big problems at the moment. It's not all that popular, but it doesn't cost much, so let's go with that. Plant-based diets and health increase, obesity decreases. Let's go with that, and let's see where we're at now. So we've got a deficit of nearly 24 billion, debts at 1.8 trillion. Controversial march. An extreme right-wing political group is planning the march to the city. Strong racist tendencies. Convinced there'll be violent confrontation. Well, I don't like restricting freedom to protest, but it sounds like this is not going to go well, and the police have recommended banning the march, so let's go with that. Strong leader up, Liberal down a lot. There's budget deficit of 9.81 billion, so we've instantly hit that. Approval ratings are at 23%, economy's looking uncertain, cabinet is alright. Right, so we've hammered the deficit there. Is there some thing we can look at maybe on the tax side of things? Tackle respiratory diseases a bit more by changing tobacco tax. Is there a way we can slash our expenditure though this time? The military thing wasn't all that popular last time. Ooh. Foreign aid. We could cancel the policy temporarily. But that would have other implications. Organised crime is costing us a lot of money. So we could look to fund the intelligence service a lot more, because if we have a look there, for an extra 0.5-ish billion, organised crime gets a massive hit, double what it's got now, but that's costing us 1.8 billion overall. So although the Liberals won't be much fans of that, let's go with that change, I think. Spy satellite network sounds pretty cool as well, I have to say. And we've got... what else have we got here in terms of expenditure? State pensions are big, state health services big. Ooh, what could we do? Foreign investor tax breaks is helping with business confidence and investment. We don't really want to harm investment at this point. If we cut this again, didn't turn out that popular last time, but if we cut it less, because we actually can't cut it that much more at the moment, we can still have light defensive, but we can save ourselves a couple of billion to help fund our other policies. So let's try and go with that. Right, and let's see where we're at. Positive discrimination. Well, we shouldn't discriminate at all, should we? So let's reject that law. Oh dear. It goes well as we thought. 22%, so we're not going up, not going down. We've added more activists. Global economy's in recession, which is a problem. We've got a minor budget deficit of 5.74 billion, so we're definitely being able to tackle it a lot faster this time. Expenditure. Foreign aid we could look at cutting down to a minimum at the moment. This hitting some of our minority communities a lot by doing it by that much though. We could look to maybe slash $1 billion off it, roughly speaking. Make the patriots a bit happier. Decrease foreign relations though. Let's go with that. We are in a recession. What else can we do? Child benefit. We could lower a bit to save another couple of billion till we get this deficit under control. Let's go with that. Alright, we've got 2 left. What could we do? Tourism ad campaign to help offset the foreign relation issues. It's only a minor spend, so let's go with that and let's see where we're at. Argentina again, they planted the flag, not great. Major donor has abandoned the party. Oh dear. But we're getting more popular with the public, which is the problem we had last time. Cabinet's loyal, global economy's in recession. We've got a small surplus of 108.55 million, so we've really tackled that fast this time. Got a surplus. So contained the debt well below 2 trillion, sorry. So let's see how we can move on from here. See how we can move on from here. Unemployment goes down, uncompetitive economy goes down, international capitalist and patriotism improves if we implement import tariffs to stimulate our own economy. Let's try and go with that, you know. Because that uncompetitive economy is a big problem we have, and that will reduce it massively. International trade will reduce, patriotism, unemployment down, capitalists aren't affected. Let's go with that. Did we actually put the full amount on there? Did we actually put the full amount on there? Yes, we did. Good. Business Startup Campaign, National Business Council, try and promote GDP a bit. Let's go with that. Right, let's see where we're at now. Factory farming, animal standards. Yeah, let's ensure animals aren't suffering. GDP's taken a slight hit, but it's for the greater good. It's only 21% of the vote there was now, but we've got a small surplus of 4.69 billion, so we've achieved that very early on. We need to see now if we can become more popular in the polls. Health is soaring, unemployment's going down. Let's see if we can do this. See if we can do this. Any other ways we can stimulate the economy? We could spend everything on food stamps to get people up. What big problems can we tackle? Organised crime is a big problem. So, unexplained wealth orders seems like the right thing to do. Let's get them up to maximum usage. And let's get... what else can we do? The intelligence services we've already maxed up. What's contributing to it? Gambling is contributing towards it. But if we totally restrict it, we're really going to kill GDP. How else can we tackle it? How else can we tackle it? Law and order. Drug Enforcement Agency, violent crime down, organised crime down. It's not that popular with voters, but might be if we can get a handle on organised and violent crime, so let's go with it. Witness protection programme as well, again not that popular with voters, but if we can get violent crime and organised crime down, it'll stop costing us money for a start. It's dropping slowly, it's too much. At least now in terms of our income. Where is we've not got any government borrowing on our income that we're owing to funding. We're managing to pay for the day-to-day, which is good. Debt interest is currently 6%, but that should keep on going down. Is there anything we can do? Alcohol, business startup campaign, city farms, decrease the food price, health food subsidy to help tackle obesity. And it's quite low cost, let's do it. So this time we're spending on policies which can hopefully get rid of some of the big social ills we've got in society, but without spending an awful lot of money. So a lot of that surplus can go to paying down the debt, help food price go down and health go up. So for that amount of money, we're absolutely going to do it. And then let's see where we're at now. Irene Wood, she wasn't happy last time, she's not happy this time. Young people and commuters. Okay, telecommuting initiatives she's suggesting. Could have a look at that this term. Health is getting a lot better, unemployment's on its way down. Crime is heading in the right direction. Education isn't that great. Credit rating upgrade though, we've had that a lot earlier this time. So we've gone up to AA again. Capitalists have improved in business confidence improved massively, and GDP is up 3%, so that is fantastic news. Situation imminent, skills shortage. Oh, education is a big effect on that, so let's see if we can do something to stimulate education. Budget's in good shape, 8.37 billion surplus now, which is great. Polls, disappointing in the polls still. 16% going in the wrong direction. Liberal League's criticising us. Last time we were seen as very liberal, so... And the cabinet's alright. Debt is going down, as we can see, which is fantastic. We peaked at 1.84 trillion. As we can see, it's been going up year after year. Even though the global economy was in the doldrums, it's coming up again now. Debt to GDP ratio, we've managed to hold below 100%. Right, so skills shortage. Well, education is a big contributor towards that. So we've got the State Health Service battling away there, but in terms of then education, state schools. What can we do? Modern textbooks. So if we move it up, we could literally spend pretty much all of our current surplus, but we move up from 18 billion to 26 billion. Oh, we can't do 26. We could go up from 18 billion to 24 billion, pretty much spending most of our surplus. The poor are happy, socialists happy, education improves, poverty goes down, state employees increases, unemployment goes down, capitalists aren't as happy, private schools all but obliterated. But if we revert that at the moment, are there any other education policies we can take at the moment? And whilst we're here, we'll have a look at the telecommuting initiative. Increases productivity, decreases car usage. That minister wanted it. She's got it. Let's go with that. And what were we looking at? What were we looking at? We were looking at something that seemed like a really good idea, and I can't actually remember what it is now. What were we trying to do? Oh, education. Yes, of course, education. We were wanting to get things going on education. Technology colleges. Also increase our tech. Let's go with that, you know. Technology colleges, increases education, 97% technology, which we want, technological development. Perfect, let's go with that. See if we can hold off here on the skills shortage. Let's go for that, see where we're at. Russian ships approach. Military capabilities aren't that great. We did leave them higher than last time, but it's still a problem. Got 9.52 billion surplus now, which is good. It says we can consider reducing taxes, but we really want to pay that debt down. Only 18% of the polls, though. We've got that perennial problem of sorting out the economy, and sorting out the deficit isn't that popular without things going the other way. If we can solve things like organised crime, though, we can really start getting this down. These policies haven't got full effect yet, but hopefully starting them early does mean we can get a big handle on them. Obesity, where are we on that? It's going up a bit now. Tobacco usage of cars. Right. Obesity, we've nearly got it to a stop there, and the health food subsidies are still kicking in, so hopefully that will be solved soon. Uncompetitive economy, though. Import tariffs are having a negative effect on that, which is good because we need to bring that way down. Import tariffs are only about half affected at the moment. Productivity. We need our productivity to increase as well. We can sort out some of these problems with productivity. The economy. Robotics could lead to higher unemployment, though. Could do. What can we do? We tried the big push on business last time, even that didn't prove to be that popular. Rural development grants, small business grants, state energy company. Ban cryptocurrency. It's hard to know what to do at this stage. CO2 campaign. get emissions and car usage down? Well, the environment was becoming a bit of a creeping problem for us last time. Would have certainly helped in the second term. So as that doesn't cost a lot, let's get that up to the max. See if we can help protect the environment. Drug treatment scheme, again very low cost, but increases health, which could hopefully have a knock-on effect to reducing organised crime. Low cost is probably because we don't have a big problem comparatively to other countries, so supply that and let's go and see where we're at. Royal scandal, we're going to support the monarch, just like we did last time. New major party donor, we lost one but we've got one now, which is great. Budget surplus of 12.63 billion. We're only 17% popular. Ooh. Debt is going down though, which is good, and hopefully our credit rate will go up again, reducing the interest rate. Because the interest rate did dip slightly. Global economy is going backwards a bit again though. But we did see some good news there. Debt to GDP ratio is at 94.9% now. Popularity, so we've peaked there. Whew. Right. Income tax we have hammered up. Hopefully we can lower that in the end. Uncompetitive economy. Payroll taxes contribute to that. Corporation tax, a bit controversial for us to lower it, but we might need to in the end. It's bringing in quite a bit of money. Congestion charging isn't popular. I like how state rail company will decrease rail usage. That might not be the best idea. Biofuel subsidies. Reduce oil demand, so less fluctuating on prices. Food prices will go up though. We don't really want to trigger that at the moment, I wouldn't say. Ban women from driving. I've never seen that one before. It's a bit extreme. Needle exchange program. National Armed Forces Week. Gated communities. Public services. This has got to be a way to get some popularity back with the public. University grants to help reduce unemployment, although we didn't get much kudos for that last time. No one wants us to regulate social media. Reforestation campaign is quite cheap. Oh, negative effects on respiratory disease and CO2 emissions as well as unemployment. Let's go with that. Let's get 100 million a year. The environmentalists will start loving us. Respiratory disease a massive hit on as well. Let's go with that. Hopefully that'll get us a bit of kudos with the public. Food stamps. Food stamps cost us a lot more this time. It was really popular last time, but maybe that's a bit later on, but maybe not as late, so they don't think that we are cynical. Keep this country tidy campaign. Free parenting classes. Population goes up. Let's go with that. Free parenting classes. Let's get the boost. It's not going to cost us a lot of money. And let's go for the Keep Country Tidy campaign, I'd say. Let's have that at the max. Let's get a bit of an environmentalist thing going. See how popular that is. Freedom of information. We should have a Freedom Act, so the Liberals are happy, which they weren't happy with some of our decisions before. So we've passed an essential law, which means we've got a true and free society, the proponents will say. Reduction in state employees, but a reduction in corruption, which is always good. Situation imminent. Skill shortage, that's still hammering us. Oh dear. Right. We can boost education. Might help us stave that off. And we have got 13.39 billion surplus now. So let's maybe try and go with that. Got more activists. We are getting slightly more popular. We need to try and increase that a lot more though. Education is the thing that's really not great at the moment as well. But the technology colleges haven't really kicked in yet. Right, let's do it. We're going to do our first big splurge, I'd say. Let's go state schools. Let's go from modern textbooks. Let's go up to student laptops. Let's go as far as we can. So there's many positive effects there. Poor socialist education increases, poverty decreases, unemployment decreases, corruption slightly increased though, but private schools are all but obliterated. So let's go with that. Spend about half of our current surplus by doing that. Hopefully that will be popular as well. And what else should we do? Let's get the food price down maybe. Keep the country tidy campaign. I was sure we implemented that. Cyberbullying awareness though costs us very little, but parents and youth are happy with it. It is an increasing problem, so let's go for it. And let's see where we're at. Irene Wood, she's always half on her way out, but always compulsory foreign language classes. I feel that might be a little extreme. Young but not so dumb. Students of a master protest against a perceived bait and switch by your government. You campaigned on the platform of equality and social justice for all ages but have failed to appease the youth. We've just massed loads into education, but okay. Obesity. We're happy to report obesity now seems to be under control. Perfect. So we didn't manage to solve that last time. Budget 12.4 billion surplus despite the massive increase in education spending. It probably hasn't fully taken effect yet, but that's good. And we are getting more popular, 24%. Okay, things are heading in the right direction just as we approach approximately halfway through the term. Now, where are we at with organised crime? Witness protection programme is still taking effect, as are unexplained wealth orders. Nearly got it so low. What can we do here? The national debt's falling, which is nice to see. Hey, what should we do next? Because we're on the right track here, I feel. The youth aren't happy though. The youth are not happy. Young entrepreneur scheme. Doesn't cost us a lot. Might repair us a bit with the youth. Let's go for it. A lot of political capital, but other than that, an enterprise investment scheme would cost us more. Compulsory water meters. Doubt the environment. Free eye tests. Keep the country tidy. Youth Politics Council. Doesn't cost a lot. Will help us with the youth. Let's go with that. Let's focus on the young people because they think we're forgetting them. Fuel efficiency standards. Reduce our oil demand. Capitalists don't like it though. CO2 emissions go down. So mandatory standards for new cars which dictate a minimum level of fuel efficiency, so motorist income does go up and car usage goes up though. It's a bit of a toughie that one. Food stamps. City farms. Let's go for city farms. Let's get the food prices going down, which will help if we do implement food stamps with lowering what we have to spend on it. Carpooling. Doesn't cost a lot. It's 50-50, but reduce car usage, which would be good for the environment and congestion, so let's go with it. Help us with these respiratory diseases, because where are we at? Stubbornly staying very high respiratory disease, isn't it? Let's see where that leaves us. Gay adoption, well, we want an equal society, so let's go ahead and support that. Let's not discriminate. Religious aren't happy, but liberals and parents are happy. 28% in the polls, we're getting there. 13.85% surplus. We could reduce taxes, but it's So whether we try and just pay down the debt, reduce what we're doing. GDP is going up, which is really positive. Getting more activists. Feel like we're on the right track here. Although this debt is going to take forever to pay off. Forever. But at least none of our income is now government borrowing, and our expenditure on debt interest as a percentage is now 5.2, so it is dropping quite rapidly. So the 7.8 billion that we could spend on something else eventually. Respiratory disease is heading down again. The reforestation's about half an effect on that. What else can we do? Telecommuting's at the maximum. Carpooling's at the maximum. Car emission limits, we could raise that higher. Wouldn't cost us a lot. So the legal limits mean that there can be less fumes going out. So if we did that to the maximum, motorists aren't that happy. Environmentalists are happy. I feel they're going to be big voters for us next election. Car usage down, CO2 emissions down, which helps overall. More people going towards electric cars. Let's go with it. I can't see that being bad. It costs us a lot of capital. Free bus passes is increasing the generational wealth gap there, as well as increasing the bus usage though. Bus subsidies, now this could help everybody. Although motorists will resent, I think, paying for it. Is there anything else we can do on transport? Fuel efficiency standards. We heard off this last time, because capitalists won't like it, but CO2 emissions and oil demand goes down. It's unpopular with car manufacturers. Let's go about another cheaper way. Let's do a cycling campaign. Let's try and get everyone volunteering to cycle. Increases health as well. Much less costly to do it that way. Social justice found. Keep the country tidy as well. Big hit with voters. Popularity 100%. So let's try and increase our popularity with voters. Let's pick some of these big ones. National Armed Forces Week, really popular with voters, and Patriots we've hit before, so we could do with a bit of kudos for them. Let's see if this spurs our popularity without spending too much money. See where we're at. Oh. Okay, unsurprisingly, I think it was Irene. She's gone now. She didn't stick around, but just like last time, let's go for Gabriel Mitchell as the replacement. Situation imminent, skill shortage. Oh, we are touching on it so far. Oh, what's contributing? Technology, GDP, education. Education. Technology colleges are still taking effect, and the state school increase in expenditure is still taking effect. Hopefully that keeps it down, but we really need to probably focus on some education policy at the moment. We've got 17.03 billion surplus. Going to keep it as high as possible to try to get this debt under control as well. With 30% of the polls, which is really good. Global economy is doing well, so it's positively affecting GDP. We get more members. Right, great. Debt. It takes an awful long time to pay off debt, doesn't it? That is certainly a lesson for us, definitely, to focus on. Right, so looking healthy. Reserves. The day we have reserves will be a great day. I think we'll have to win lots of elections to get that to happen. So education. Education. How can we boost education? Youth club subsidies wouldn't cost a lot and would increase our popularity with the vote as well and reduce crime. Adult education, we can't do that at the same time, but it would increase education. It's not as popular with voters, but we need to stave off that skills shortage, I think, as a matter of urgency. An increase in productivity is a nice byproduct, so we'll do that. Oh, right. Let's see where we're at. I'm sure Argentina already planted the flag last time on the Falklands. It's becoming a bit of a problem. Military spending in the future we might need to increase. 17.7 billion surplus each quarter, which is great. Polls don't look good. We're going backwards now. But we have got more activists. The economy's doing well. GDP's up. And David Cameron says, I was the future once. Right. Popularity. You really need to start thinking about our popularity. Oh, voting intention. We peaked up there. Now we're dropping below on our approval ratings. Let's look at some popular things. Food stamps. The cost is coming down. We don't want to do that too late and be seen to be cynical. Technology grants is really popular though. Could help boost our productivity, reduce unemployment. 100% popular. Let's go to a technological future. Boost GDP, boost productivity, decreases unemployment, decreases religious membership. 4.9 billion, a big chunk of our spending, but really popular. Right, what else is popular? Nothing new is all that popular. Respiratory disease. What's dropping? Reforestation's at full effect now. GDP, massive effect negatively on the environment. Ooh. What's this over here? Organised crime is still a problem. It's dipped massively, but it's going up. Unexplained wealth orders are still taking effect. Narcotics are outlaws. There's not much more we can do there. Right, business startup campaign. We're going to have to go for this because it's really popular. We need to start repairing our popularity, and it doesn't cost an awful lot. Let's see where we're at. Extradite terrorist suspect. Middle East country we have no formal extradition treaty with. Wants to extradite an immigrant living there to face charges of terrorism. The accused of being responsible for car bombs in the capital city, but the only evidence they have is a confession of other terrorist practices which may have been made under duress. We're going to need to keep him here. Could face the death penalty. We need him to ensure we get a fair trial. It doesn't mean we're never going to send him back, just not now, because we believe in justice. Keep him here. Patriots aren't happy. Liberals and compassionate, though, is up. 17.66 billion a quarter, which is good. 25% now in the polls. Still not great. The economy's doing really well. GDP is booming. Right. So things are going well, certainly on the economy front. Debt to GDP ratio, we've net wiped nearly 20% off that and grown the economy massively. So, where's our AAA rating? That would help us a lot. Right. What should we do? Food stamps is really popular as well. It would cost us quite a bit, but reduce poverty, make us increase our compassionate status. So we're not used to having food stamps here in the UK, but with the big rise in food banks, you know, let's see if we can help out. And as the economy increases, the actual cost of this policy should decrease. So increase the health, poor earnings up 7%. Taking people out of poverty, good for farmers, we're seen as compassionate, let's go for it. Right, what else is popular? Economy, carbon capture and storage. It will cost us quite a lot, but it will boost the environment, decrease CO2 emissions. It is really popular. It costs quite a bit, but let's go with it. See if we can hammer these respiratory diseases once and for all. 11% of carbon emissions is nothing to be sniffed at, so let's go with that. Is there any other little wins we can have? Social Justice Foundation. Worries and problems of poor and underrepresented. Let's go there. It's not going to cost us a lot. Let's do it. Ban animal testing. If we don't need to do it, we've got the technology not to, so let's ban it. GDP's taken a slight hit, but we're seen as more compassionate, environmentalist happy. Skills shortage, we're forever imminent on this. Adult education subsidies still got a way to go to decrease that, but this skills shortage is really hammering us. See what more we can do on education. Got 13.68 billion now, so less of a surplus, but still healthy. 27%, we're going up in popularity. Got an economic boom, which is always good for helping us out. So let's have another look at education again. We could increase it further. Spend a couple of billion more, which helps improve education again. Private schools are already out the equation. Let's do that. What else could we do? Robotics research grants. Bit of a double-edged sword that, isn't it? And it's not popular at all. An enterprise investment scheme, boost our GDP. Really popular. We're going to have to start going with some things that are popular, because they're popular, so that we win another term and we can eliminate this deficit once and for all. Eliminate the debt eventually. We've already eliminated the deficit. That we were uber successful on this time. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Still blaming the previous government. Some things never changed. One of our ministers are gone. We are losing people. Transport Secretary this time. Let's see if we've got any good candidates. They've got a lot of capital, and they do want transport. Let's go for it. Loyal, good at campaigning, which with the election coming up is good. Not a lot of experience, but let's go with it. Unemployment's rising again now though. Factory closes. Dropping car usage has caused it. Trade unions aren't happy. Unemployment's gone up. That is disappointing, but see if we can support the transition. Credit rating is upgraded. Business confidence up massively. GDP up. Capitalist up. We've now got AAA. Fantastic. Lower our interest rates, which will reduce those debt payments, mean we can spend more while still paying off the same amount of debt. 39% of the vote in the election if it was to be tomorrow. This is all heading in the right direction. Debt continues to go down. Our interest rate is at 1.7% now. Right. Political capital, we're not getting more and more of it, which is a bit of a problem. Rural development grants, small business grants, tax shelters. Any tax which seems popular, a plastics tax, although it would damage GDP, but you could say that about most taxes. Microgeneration grants, reduce our CO2 emissions, although the energy industry won't be that happy, but it is quite popular. Let's go with that. The environment is a big thing. We knew from last time that we didn't really get it right. Trade Council isn't unpopular. Let's go with that to try and boost trade a bit. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Gender neutral restrooms, we're going to go with that. go for equality. Liberals and youth are happy with us. Pollution, we've got a serious pollution problem, even though it's dropped down a bit now. Oh, we need to start tackling that. Environmental protests are springing up. Gridlock is imminent. 37% of the vote tomorrow, so we are getting more popular just in time. The economy is doing well. Right. Environment. The environment. Public services. Climate change adoption fund we could do now. It would cost a lot. It's not actually saying it will do a lot for the environment though. But it is really popular. Decisions. New car subsidies. They're expensive but cause less strain on the environment. While old and used cars may be cheaper, they also cause more pollution. New car smell for everyone. What's not to like? It doesn't actually cost that much. Increases people income, helps us with respiratory disease and CO2 emissions, helps with the electric car transition, increased GDP, reduces oil demand. Let's go for it. Particularly as it's really popular with voters. Not that there's an election coming up, of course. Alright, let's see where that leaves us. Ban livestock imports because of foot and mouth. Chance it could be spread. It's not worth the risk, however slight it may be. Well, we don't want a mass slaughter. If there's little risk, let's reject the ban. Farmers aren't that happy with us. Campaign speeches are available. Let's go with this. Commuters. Retired are really happy with us. Let's try and boost the youth a bit. Self-employed. Let's try and do a bit for them. State employees. Try and do... Oh dear, bit mixed this. Overall, this has gone pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, doesn't seem too bad. Alright, what else did we have? Situation imminent, gig economy. Okay. 43% of the vote. Yeah, disappointing, but we're going up. Small surplus compared to government spending, but at least it means things are going in the right direction. Debt is decreasing. Right. What's popular? What's popular but sticks with our overall route of travel? Compulsory foreign language classes. Decreases racial tension, increases foreign investment, increases education. It's really popular. Right, let's go with it. Doesn't cost us a lot. What's not to like? Right, let's see where we are. Well, we've got a lot of ministers wanting to resign at the moment. We could do a needle exchange programme to help him stay, though. Right, tourist murdered. Wow. That's not good. Pollution. Country's pollution problem is under control. We no longer need to wear face masks. A relief to everybody, I'm sure. Campaign speeches. Let's see what we can do. Let's boost the commuters again. Retired. We don't want to upset the youth, though. Oh, but if we go for that, we're really going to upset the retired, and they're quite happy with us at the moment. Got to be tactical about this. The poor, if we can boost them. The wealthy is a smaller section of the population. Ooh. The socialists are quite happy. Capitalists. Right, if we can increase the capitalist happiness, it might help, but it'd be a big hit on the socialists. State employee, right, let's go for that one. Let's see how it goes. Well, this looks to be going well overall, for certain. I'd say that's a success. Right, if we go back to the summary. Still got a good surplus. Got a massive amount of members this time, comparative to last time, which is good. Debt is still going down. It's going to take forever to pay off, but it is going down. At least we're not having to borrow. Right, this is looking pretty good. Any other things we can do to boost ourselves? Welfare fraud department maybe. Compulsory water meters are really popular and help the environment. Let's go for it then. Don't cost a lot. Not that we're cynically implementing policies here to help us through the election, of course. Let's do buses. We're going on our environmental splurge here. Manifesto promises. Not sure we want to make any promises we can't keep at the moment. Election. Over 5 million members now. Cabinet supportive. Budget surplus is alright. Global economy is doing well. Campaign speeches. Let's big up the motorists. Big up the youth, because they're not that happy. Let's try and big up the self-employed, because they're kind of on the cusp. And let's try and at least help the state employees a little bit. And dear. This is looking a bit mixed. Oh, that's a lot better. Overall, I'd say that's not bad then. Not bad overall. Above average, I think we'll go for there. Popularity is increasing, which is good. We are so close to the election now. Is there anything else we can finally do to push ourselves over the line? Welfare fraud department. It's really popular. Although it's seen as a bit of an attack on the poor and being less compassionate, but does mean that supposedly welfare money is spent more wisely. Undercover investigators, the poor don't like it, it's not very compassionate, but the Conservatives and middle income like it. We could do with a bit more popularity with them and it gets a little bit of extra income, so let's go with it. Is there any other quick wins we can get? No, nothing new. Let's see where we're at then. Whining and dining the media. Right, election time. Have we done any better this time? So we managed to smash the deficit and eliminate it within really a very short space of time. A few turns, not even a year. But have we managed to win the election so we can carry on our noble quest further to pay off the debt? Let's go. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Let's go. Start the count. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good. We got quite a bit of voter apathy, but this is looking good. Oh, we can form majority. Majority, 72% of the vote. We got 53.3% last time. That was better than the United Left got last time. Their popularity isn't too bad though. They are seen as an alternative to us. The right are totally out of the picture, given how well things are going based off what we've changed. And we got over a quarter of the population not voting. We didn't even have the biggest spending boost, but we did have the biggest turnout of our voters, although we did have the biggest amount of non-voters that do support us. But we are winning with most sections of society, maybe apart from the religious and the conservatives to a lesser extent, but changes. International trade has plummeted. That'll be due to the trade barriers we've held. Currency strength's gone up massively. We've not had to use helicopter money this time. Plant-based diets are soaring. GDP is soaring up nearly 40%, which is great. Air travel's increased a lot. The food prices decreased a lot. We've got a lot more electric cars on the road. Poverty is slashed by a quarter. Rare earth metal prices are going up. With our technological push, we're going to have to see what we can do with that. Education up a quarter. Oil price down a quarter. Technology up. Wages up by a fifth. Equality up a fifth. Human development up nearly a fifth. We have stoked high earnings as well. Oil demand has certainly gone up there, although that suggests down, doesn't it? But looks up. Traffic congestion has gone up. We're going to have to look at that. Violent crime down. Foreign relations down. Crime down. Unemployment down. Productivity up. Poor ends up. So things like productivity aren't up as much as last time, but we are more popular with what we've done. Health up 10%. It's not to be sniffed at. Lifespan up 10%. Emigration has gone down. More people want to stay here. Tobacco usage has gone up though, as well as private pensions, private housing. Car use has gone up. We've damaged the energy industry, but by funding micro-generation have helped reduce CO2 emissions. The water industry and rail industry are both up. Corruption down. Oil supply down. Private schools down. Only 7% suppliers, and they're considering our funding of state education pretty much obliterated them. Population's gone up 5%. Internet speeds up. Inflation is much more contained this time. Business confidence up. Rail usage up. Illegal immigration down. Working week down slightly. Got a bit more balance. Less alcohol. Less foreign investment, but the generational wealth gap is increasing, so we're going to have to work out how we can address that, particularly with the youth vote being a challenge for us. Voter analysis, most are for us. People that tend to be against us there, okay, are certainly not happy with us. Is there any way we can at least placate that unhappiness? And the compass, the political compass, pretty much has us very similar to where we were last time, maybe slightly less across to the capitalist, but we went liberal as fast as before, but we've gone less capitalist, and it has actually proved more popular with the voters. So slow and steady wins the race, and we are paying down the debt. So the next thing to see is, can we pay off the debt totally? Stay tuned for the next episode to see if we can sort that out in our next term, but for now we are celebrating our massive electoral victory, 53.3%. Woohoo! Okay, don't forget to like the video, and we will see you next time. Bye!